Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at his chiseled jaw and sculpted abs. It's mainly because he's beautiful and Herculean. He's also a genius on top of that. And it's not just him. All his siblings, cousins, children, nieces and nephews are the same. This many is by no means mere coincidence. They are the product, the end result of a carefully managed eugenics program that spanned multiple generations. Watch from the start to finish to see how it all came to be. It all started with this guy, Lord Cadfain of Dyfed. As you can see, he has no congenital traits. So the first thing to do is to marry someone with congenital traits. Since I'm just an upstart, no highborn woman with congenital traits are willing to marry me. So I'll have to settle for someone lowborn. That wouldn't have been a problem in the past, but now you lose legitimacy for marrying a lowborn as a ruler. However, that's a small price to pay for a glorious dynasty that is to come. Since I want to lead my own battles, chivalry focus is a must. A few months in and my wife is already pregnant with my child. Since 9 months is a long time, I'll go and participate in Prince Rodri's grand tournament. While I was waiting for the tournament to finish, 9 months have already passed and my first child is born. And it's a boy! Gwr the Veer? Gwr the Fire? Yeah, let's go with that. But what does it really sound like?
Crusader.
Yeah, Gwr the Fire is far, far better. And he's intelligent. That's a second tier trait. As you can see here, the lowest are quick, hale, and comely. These are the congenital traits that can be inherited from parents. However, we are aiming for all three max tier for every member of the house. And the starting point is Gwr the Fire, the intelligent. 16 years later. It's been exactly 16 years since the birth of my son and heir, the apple of my eyes, the absolute fire, Gwr the Fire the intelligent. And today, he has come of age. And my boy also has both my command traits and decent education trait. What a magnificent day it is. In celebration, I'm gonna get him married. A beautiful wife for my intelligent boy. And since he's not a ruler, he won't lose legitimacy even though she is lowborn. Have fun, kiddo. 3 years later. Gwr the Fire has become a father. He has a son now who has been named after me, Cadfain. However, Cadfain the Younger did not inherit his father's trait. He only inherited his mother's trait. Beautiful. When he grows up, the ladies of the realm will be all over him. 15 years later. It has been 51 years, more than half a century. I started as a fameless, maidenless, upstart lord at the southwestern corner of Wales, a place called Dyfed. Now, I'm a mighty prince, at least I was before dying. The fate of the family falls into the capable hands of Gwr the Fire, the intelligent. My son and heir, Cadfain the Younger, who is an absolute disappointment except for his beard, only has daughters. However, surprise surprise, his firstborn daughter, Isil, is the first in the family to inherit 2 congenital traits. Huzzah! She is the 4th generation, by the way. Hopefully, his wife won't pop out a son with worse traits at the last moment. 7 years later. It's been 8 years since the founding father of the Brynfinigal dynasty left the mortal world. Now, it's his son's turn. Some stuff happened. As you can see, at the bottom right corner, we're having a crusade right now against Moldavia. Well, in the last disastrous battle, both Gwr the Fire and Cadfain the Coolbeard got captured. Unfortunately, the life flame of Gwr the Fire got extinguished in captivity, which also means Cadfain II ascended to the throne in captivity. While the men of the family continue to face misfortune, it's the complete opposite for the ladies. My daughter and heir, Princess Isilt, has given birth to twins, and just like her mother, the first one has inherited both her father and mother's traits. She is the first in the family to have three congenital traits. Now that we managed to bring out all three target congenital traits to the family, our focus should be to reinforce them. You see, if the parents don't share any common trait, their children randomly inherit one or more traits from them. However, if both parents share one or more same traits, there's a high chance of those traits being reinforced, as you can see right here. Another daughter of mine has given birth to twins, this time boys, and one is a genius and comely, the other is intelligent and comely. He definitely won't have to spend the rest of his life being compared to his older twin. 15 years later, King Cadfan, first of his name, had a long reign, 29 years to be exact. Today, he accepted the warm embrace of death. Queen Isildt ascends to the throne, the mother of a daughter with 3 congenital traits, and that is what she will be remembered for. My granddaughter, Princess Isildt, daughter of my daughter, also Princess Isildt, has received an upgrade to the beauty trait, which means when she becomes queen, she'll be able to take the strengthened bloodline decision. That will immensely accelerate the progress to superhuman, and I'll make sure she becomes queen. Anyway, I've also brought this girl from House Kernu, Gwen Kennedal, into the family through marriage for this most coveted pure-blooded trait. My daughter and heir, because I disinherit my son, have gotten infected with the plague, and the treatment failed. The plague is almost over, by the way. So is my daughter's life, apparently. Sig. So sad.
Very sad. Anyway.
How is the new heir? He's literally a downgrade from his mum. Plus his only daughter died of the plague. Guess I'll be disinheriting another kid. The new heir has given birth to a daughter, and yet another upgrade from the ladies of the family. My great-granddaughter, Isildt, has inherited the robust trait, which is an upgrade from her mother's hail trait. So far I have activated 4 dynasty legacies, 3 of them from the blood tree. I can confidently say that the eugenics program is being run strategically. Queen Isildt I, the Great Axe, has breathed her last and left the mortal realm. Her granddaughter, Queen Isildt II, ascends the throne. Long may she reign. And since Isildt here has all 3 good congenital traits, and since one of them is the highest level, now I can finally take the strengthened bloodline decision and quickly get those traits upgraded. We have a bright future ahead indeed. It's been a while since my last child, but I finally got a son. And even though he's worse than his sisters, he's not that bad. He shall be named Cadfan. My eldest daughter, Isildt, has given birth to her first child, and since the slot is still open for her generation, she has been named Isildt. Plus, she is almost there, beautiful and genius, plus robust. I'm pretty sure when her children are born, at least one of them will have all the 3 traits maxed out. Princess Sanant. She's my great-granddaughter, and she is beautiful, genius, and Amazonian. We are almost there, and her name is not even Isildt. But actually, this is not the completion of the challenge. This is simply the beginning of the end. It's like you're running a marathon and you just saw the finish line. After all, the challenge is to create a dynasty of superhumans, not just an individual. Queen Isildt, second of her name, has departed on a journey to the afterlife. Her son, King Cadfan, second of his name, and inferior to his sister Princess Isildt, ascends to the throne. 44 years later. And that's pretty much it for King Cadfan II. He ruled the Kingdom of Wales for 44 years. His reign was rather uneventful, which is a different way of saying peaceful. Now the realm passes to his 15-year-old grandson and former ward, King Kedwin. 1 year later. I'm an adult now. It's time to get married. A grand wedding fit for a glorious king. Damn, my wife is crazy awesome. She got scars on her face? That's sick. Let's go through some of the events of this grand wedding. Everyone is amazed and excited by the magnificence of the wedding venue. Everyone except Diepold. Since his arrival, he has been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Are you wearing makeup? These colorful veils are sinful. What's with the unchaste mingling? Is this all a show of luxury and lust? Talk about pain. As if organizing a wedding of my family's stature weren't stressful enough, I also have to deal with Morgana's relatives. Morgana being my wife. Her grandfather Hugh showed up early in the morning and has been following me around to complain about every little thing. These flowers will make Morgana sneeze, and this wool is too rough. What about the color scheme? I know that Morgana won't like it. Basically that one aunt in every wedding, only this one is a grandma. Weddings are just politics. I steel myself as I wait for my future wife to join me. Just politics. I repeat to myself, how bad can it be? Later, when I finally laid my eyes on my soon-to-be wife, I realized she is the one. I mean, she's so cool and badass. I realized right away that she is my soulmate. I have found her. I have found the one. I pity you, Liz. Lord Kenvelin tells me what married life is like. A slow, painful march towards the moment when you find out which one of you will toss the other aside. Like me in a silt, he grumbles. Ankh here is basically complaining about his failing marriage and saying that it might be the same for me. But he's wrong. The vows are exchanged and well, the only response is, I do. It's the banquet. Let's not bore ourselves with all the details. The wife here is angry because I'm geeking with my friend. Wait, Lord Kenvelin might have been right all along. Not along. A chance to be seen. I must do something. I did. Gently exit the conversation. The feast has started winding down, with everyone sated and tired, but the day isn't over for Morgana and me. We still have a lot of hard work to do. The procession of guests leads us to our bedchamber, for the legitimacy of a wedding depends on it being consummated. Now the fun part of being married begins. Lord Kenvelin must have been jealous. Nothing to see here, she's just giving me a gift. The wait is finally over. Thank you all for coming. And you can't see this, but he's also asking you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So go right ahead. I'll wait. A long time later. A long time has passed since then. Finally, we are as perfect as we can get. All the kids in the latest generation have beautiful Herculean genius and fecund traits. Pure-blooded is more or less impossible without incest or close inbreeding. I'm talking about multiple generations of first cousins or straight up sibling marriages. So, hoping for pure-blooded is pretty much impractical. Thank you for watching till this point. You have my heartfelt gratitude. Because of you, the algorithm thinks people are loving this video. So hooray! And if you really did like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, that helps me a lot, and stay tuned for the next one. Goodbye for now.